Welcome to the Instant Impact Podcast. I'm your host, Elyse, and this is going to be probably a short episode because I'm actually wanting to simply update you on something new that is coming and some changes that you are going to be seeing coming in the next several months to the podcast. And so first of all, for those of you who have been listening from the start, as I record this, we are close to 70 episodes now. And it's been so much fun and such a dream. And truly, out of everything I do with my brand and my business, recording the podcast is one of the most fun things to do. I would do it regardless. It's in my blood. And if you are a fellow host, you know what that's like and you get that. So I just want to thank you for anyone listening who has been listening for some time from the beginning. And if you are new, welcome as well. And I also wanted to give you a heads up that you are going to be seeing a new direction coming from me. And as I record this, I've got about a month left until maternity leave, unless little man decides to get here earlier. And, some of these things we just can't control. But there's a really, really special project, a new direction that I'm going to be working on bringing my brand over maternity leave and when I come back. And it's something that's been on my heart for literally 4 years to do. And I have to tell you, I've been working on this behind the scenes really diligently for the past couple of weeks. And as I look back at my notes from 4 years ago, I thought, oh my gosh, I can't believe it's been this long that I've had this vision. And there are several reasons it has not happened yet, which I will probably share more at some point. But it's something that I have literally been called, that I feel like I'm put on this earth to do. And so you're going to be seeing a new direction coming in the podcast. And there are going to be more episodes that come out after this one. So I'm recording up until maternity leave. And so you will be hearing more episodes, probably 4 or 5 that come out after this one. And then we're going to have a bit of a pause, and I'll be coming back to you in the fall with a new direction and a new brand. But I do just want to share with you, a couple of resources that have really been helpful for me and instrumental for me in giving myself permission to focus on what I really want to focus on and what I feel called to do. And one of them is actually just remembering that if there's something you cannot stop thinking about, that is for a reason, and it is calling your name. And if you haven't listened to episode 44 with Jess Eckstrom about how to bring more meaning into your business, go back and listen to that one, because I really learned that from Jess, and it's so true. And this new vision for the brand and for the podcast and who and how I'm serving people is something that I wake up thinking about it. I go to bed thinking about it. I'm obsessed with it. I'm literally obsessed with it. And so what is that thing for you? And it may be very present to you right now. It may not, but and either way is okay. But if there is something that keeps showing up for you like that, pay attention to that, because that's a clue that you are maybe meant to go in a new direction or an additional direction from where you are right now. The second resource, and I just did an Instagram post about this today, is a book by Elle Luna called The Crossroads of Should and Must. And oh my gosh, I've got to tell you, as somebody who lived so much of her life literally just feeling like I was trapped under a pile of shoulds from other people, from society. You should do this, you should do that, you should look this way, you should talk that way, you should be this, you shouldn't be that. It's debilitating. It is crippling. And we literally just have to give ourselves permission to stop, and to stop following the shoulds, and to start paying attention to what is a must for you. And I know in my soul, in my being, that this new direction is a must for me. And I know that you have one as well. And so really just analyzing and looking at, am I living under the tyranny of should? And am I suppressing who I am and what I want to do and what's calling my name because I feel like I should be doing this or spending my time doing that? Or, it's like, I'll get to it someday. I'll get to the dream someday. Go buy this book right now, The Crossroads of Should and Must by Elle Luna. I have to give a shout out to my podcast guest, Talia Del Jus, who will be on an upcoming episode, who actually taught me about this book. That's when she's reading in her book club with her listeners. And it's just so, so, so powerful. And the third thing that has really helped me in making this decision to do this rebrand, and that I think could be a powerful lesson for you as well, is, when I think about, as I record this, it's late June of 2020. And I don't know what's going to happen the rest of 2020. But what I do think from what's been happening is that 2020 is a year of things coming to light that may have been buried or may have been suppressed, that needed to be brought forth in order to be dealt with, in order to be created, in order to be manifested. And looking at what is meant to come out of you now. And in that process, in that creation process, there is often a destruction of what's already there. And we are seeing it in the world. There are destructions of old systems that no longer serve us. I'm seeing quote unquote destruction, because sometimes it's more just a dissolving of former relationships or former business partnerships. And that's okay, because often we get, again, based on shoulds, we stay in something longer than we're supposed to, or we don't say something and we don't speak up because we're afraid of what people are going to say. And what I think is happening right now on a global level, and what is also meant to be happening for you in your life, is looking at what has been buried, what has been suppressed, whether it's a desire, whether it's something you need to deal with, whether it's an addiction, whether it's, again, just what is that thing that is coming out of you, because it's going to come forth and it's going to be dealt with. This is the year when things come to light, when we have to deal with those things that we've been avoiding. And that can be a really beautiful thing, because if there is something in you that is coming out of you right now, it is meant to happen. And for you, if that is potentially a new direction in your brand or in your business, come on this journey with me. This is going to be fun. And whatever is meant to come out of you next is going to be way more powerful and way more aligned and in tune with who you are and why you were put on this earth than what you've been stuck doing just because of the shoulds. So with that being said, it excites me to my core to be bringing you this new podcast and new brand. And what I will say is, for some of you, it will probably be super aligned with who you are and where you want to go. And for others of you, it may not, and that's okay. And as you look at it, if it's not something that serves you anymore, thank you so much for the time that we've spent together so far. And I so just value and appreciate you. And if it is something that serves you, beautiful. And I can't wait to keep going on this journey with you. So I'm not going to give away too much yet, because there are quite a few things still in the works. But here's what I will say is that if you are a woman in sales who is wanting to make 6 figures plus, but do it in a way that feels really good to you, feels natural to you, leverages your natural talents, abilities, skills like connection, communication, intuition, your feminine power, and you're yearning for support in doing that, then just shoot me an email, Elyse@ElyseArcher.com. And I will have some really exciting resources for you in the coming months. And also, if you have someone who fits that description, have them send me an email so I can get them added to the list to find out more. as more comes out. So again, I just want to give you a little bit of a heads up. Like I said, there's still going to be more episodes coming out of this podcast before the pause and the rebrand. But I just wanted to let you know and give you a bit of a heads up so that you can come on this journey with me. And again, huge, huge thank you to everyone who has been on the journey so far and who has left a review or a rating, shared my podcast and my show with other people. It's only going to keep getting better. I can promise you that. So I just want to let you know that I appreciate you and the honor of your attention. And there are some really big, exciting things ahead for us as well. So that's what I got for you today. Like I said, it's a shorter episode, but as always, if there is anything I can do to help support you in your journey and the growth of your business, of your brand, always reach out to me on social media. I'm at Elyse Archer, pretty much everywhere. Having more and more fun on Instagram these days, although you can still find me on LinkedIn and on Facebook and all the places. And let me know how I can help support you. And in the meantime, just stay tuned and be excited for the launch of this new exciting brand coming out in the next several months. Lots of love. Talk to you soon. Bye for now.